What exactly is the ecological footprint? The ecological footprint is an estimate of how much of Earth's land, water, and other natural resources would be needed to sustain us given our current daily activities. The ecological footprint can be measured for individuals, businesses, and even countries. Our daily practices, such as using electricity, driving a car, and even eating certain foods, all contribute to our ecological footprint. One component the ecological footprint measures is the release of greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and other fluorinated gases. Carbon dioxide is of the greatest concern. Human activities are causing large amounts of carbon dioxide to be released into the atmosphere. This is leading to climate change, which results in extreme weather events such as heavy storms and flooding, and higher temperatures. The rise in carbon dioxide levels is also resulting in ocean acidification, meaning ocean waters are becoming more acidic. This makes survival increasingly more difficult for the animals that live in the ocean. Let's take the ecological footprint quiz. Number a sheet of paper 1 through 10. If needed, pause the video to make your answer sheet. Answer each question as best as you can. If you need a little more time, just pause the video. Let's add up your points. Give yourself 1 point for each A answer, 2 points for each B answer, 3 points for each C answer, 4 points for each D answer, and 5 points for all E answers. Then add up all of your points. Now let's score your quiz. If you got anything from 1 to 10, you're doing great. If you got 11 through 20, you're doing okay. If you got 21 to 30, you're doing about average. If you got 31 to 40, you're doing below average. If you got 41 to 50, you should rethink some of your choices. Let's talk about housing. House is made from brick, concrete or steel are less sustainable because the production of these materials produces large amounts of greenhouse gases. And what about the type of house you live in? In general, it's more sustainable to live in an apartment building versus individual housing. This is because energy use is typically more efficient. However, this also depends on other factors, such as the type of heating and cooling that is used, how well the structure is insulated, etc. It's also typically better to live with other people. This saves on energy and building materials for more housing. Do you have an air conditioner? Air conditioners require large amounts of energy to run and emit greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. If you have an air conditioner, try to keep the temperature set at 78 degrees Fahrenheit for the most efficient use. Let's talk about trash next. Our trash ends up in landfills, which release large amounts of greenhouse gases and can leak toxic chemicals into the ground, even getting into groundwater supplies. In addition, the air pollutants that are released into the air can cause health problems for the people living in the surrounding community. Let's talk about transportation next. Most of the vehicles we use to get around are powered by gas, which is considered a fossil fuel. Fossil fuels are a finite natural resource, which means if we continue to use them, they will be depleted. Cars, planes, motorcycles, and other gas-powered vehicles release greenhouse gases. When you need to get somewhere, try to walk, bike, carpool, or take the bus. Less cars on the road means less greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Let's talk about the food we eat. There are many ways industrial meat production is not sustainable. Forests are burned down in order to create farms for cattle and feed for animals like chickens and pigs. The burning process releases greenhouse gases. In addition, when there are less trees available to absorb carbon dioxide, more carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. Industrial farming also leads to diseases in animals, which can be passed to humans. How about processed food? Examples of heavily processed food include chips, crackers, and soda. These types of foods require a production process that uses large amounts of energy. The plastic packaging from processed foods ends up in a landfill and unfortunately sometimes also into the ocean. Why is it better to buy locally grown food? Food that is not local needs to be transported long distances to grocery stores. As you have learned, any type of fuel-powered vehicle releases greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. When it comes to food choices, try to eat food that is minimally processed or not processed at all. Try to purchase food from local farmers markets as much as you can. I hope you enjoyed the Ecological Footprint Challenge and learning about ways that you can reduce your own ecological footprint.